What it do? It's your boy Drew Blue, just hollering at y'all for a special announcement. I'm gonna make this public so that way every viewer who comes in and sees my video can come and holler at me. So, in the description box, I'm going to be posting my IG, what they call it, just basically my IG info, so you can come and call me or hit me up, and we can do a video chat or something like that. I'm doing this for all the Tory Lanez fans out there, the ones who hate what I be talking shit about, or like the people who hate that I critique him, and for the ones that feel how I feel. So I'm gonna put it out there in the open. Like, if y'all think that I'm just not gonna fucking look, I'm not trying to be like any of these other YouTuber commenters. Like, we can all have varying opinions and stuff like that. But at the same time, like, if you're respectful, I will be respectful to you. Just don't be coming up with that spiteful bullshit. Otherwise, I will backslap you in the face. But besides that, this is also for like a chance for you bitter Tory Lanez stands out there. If you really want me to shut up and you can't stand the fact that I keep talking, go ahead and send this over to Tory. Go ahead. Let Tory see this and let him answer me, so I can finally tell him that the dude is no longer Tory Lanez and he's Trendy Lanez. Cause he's fake as fuck. He's basically like a Barbie doll, plastic all within. And I'm just saying, if you don't like the fact that I think that Tory has watered down his quality and talent, then I don't know what to tell you. But I know also you ignorant folks out there are only seeing the video for what it is, and you're not really looking deeper into what I'm really talking about, because y'all don't got that vision to see as far. I was blessed with that by God, first and foremost. So and a lot of you people don't understand because you're too sensitive. It's like you guys are way too connected to Tory to really see the truth, and you can't separate yourself from that. Like, you gotta understand, if you really care about somebody, you shouldn't just lie to their face. You should be honest and truthful 100%. Right or wrong, you should be truthful. And if you can't stand that, then you a fake ass bitch. You feel me? Simple as that. But that's just how I feel. I don't like plastic shit. I don't like fake shit. I like real shit. Keep things $100. But yeah, that's the truth, man. I mean, as far as like, I'm gonna really give you guys a true chronological order of when Tory started faking his shit after he made his, like from like the times where he was genuine. Because for a second, I don't believe this bullshit about Interscope, Benny Blanco, Mad Love holding him back from this. I feel like this is just a lenient excuse for him to really just cut off the label. Because I get that because like, they're not evil. He's painting them like as if everything that they're saying is evil. Like, you fucked up, nigga. You've definitely got some evil in your heart too. Because the fact that you're selling yourself short is basically saying you're denying the gifts that God gave you. And you don't want to utilize your talent to the best that it is. And you want to pretend that you're somebody else on multiple songs and have multiple beats that sounds like somebody else. This nigga, let me tell you this. This all dates to New Toronto too. It's simple as that. After I Told You, where he had a classic, like, it's his best work. That's the peak. Everything started to fall down just a little bit. I noticed the quality dimmed a little bit in Chick State 4 and New Toronto 2. Not as much in Chick State 4 because it was still Tory doing the sampling, but you could tell, like, all the songs were just bangers. They weren't hitting you differently like how they kind of did in Chick State 2. Like, he has some slow jams. He has some things. And don't get me wrong, I know there's Proud Family, but not even that song hit me as hard as I was expecting it to. I mean, I don't know. I felt like maybe. That was my first reaction when I first heard it, but eventually Chick State 4 did grow on me. I love song. Need a Girl is a great song. It's one of my favorites. Slow Down is arguably the best song on that project. But let me show you something right here. So we're gonna go back to New Toronto 2. All right. First song I'm gonna be playing for y'all. It Set It Off Better. And I knew that as soon as I heard this song, I was like, nah. You'll hear what I'm talking about.
Rolling up, I do you problem. For the peso in the plaza. Smoking that lava, smoking it loudly. Every time we fuck, you be moaning and wildin'. Lifting your leg up, shit getting wetter. Fuck you so long that I'm fucking my bread up. Spend all night just to get to.
Now, that's Set It Off. I don't care for Set It Off, but I know for a fact Better, which is the second half of this song, like, that's one of my favorite part. Like, that's probably one of the best takes Tory has ever done. And that's all genuine Tory right there. But this shit that he did sounds so damn similar to this. But let me get to and that's not where it first ends. Obviously, first, he gets the idea of wanting to do a different cover of this song. Okay, cool. That's where I felt like it was kind of cheesy, because I felt like he was doing something someone already did. But not even that. The way he was flowing on the song was just an exact copy of Dej Loaf, man. That's the way Dej Loaf sings. That's not really how Tory sings, bro. All right. You want to know how Tory sings? It's simple as this. I'm playing you right now. Where is it at?
Right now, girl, know you like that stuff run, oh yeah. Cause I like what you like. Girl, got an attitude, do you vibe?
You understand? Now, I feel like this dude sings with overconfidence, so he doesn't really take things at a very smooth perspective. That's really where he does most of his damage in his work. All right, because his raspy voice can only do so much, and then when you try to push it and try to sing hard, like as if, you can, like Trey Songz or Chris Brown, where you try to sing really hard, it's gonna sound annoying. You know what I mean? And it's just, I can't fuck with that. But like I said, everyone has their taste in music, and if you don't like my taste, then why the fuck are you watching? You know, I got somebody here, his name is Eric, was calling me bitter just a moment ago, and I'm like, bitch, you just pulled a 180. He wasn't saying that a moment ago. Why all of a sudden you changing? You switching up? I don't know, maybe that Tory Lanez dick is too much for you. Or, I'm sorry, not Tory Lanez, that Trendy Lame's dick is too much for you. Keep sucking that cock, man. But yeah, let's see. The one example I wanted to bring up was this song right here. Because it's just, he completely dominate. He pretty much takes that little, that Dej Loaf flow. But also, keep this in mind. So when the drill movement popped up, obviously the true pioneers of that was Chief Keef and Young Chop. But obviously other producers came in at the same time, and they all grew together. One of them, producer-wise, was C-Sick. And before C-Sick even collabed with Tory Lanez, he was collabing with Lil Durk, Lil Bibby, and Lil Herb. C-Sick is from Chicago. Keep that in mind. And the drill movement was huge, heavy. So much that Tory implemented a lot of that style into his music, which honestly was cool, because Tory was kind of gangster like that, like he is. So, and I love his Mafia samples. I think those are like the best, his grimy shit. But obviously when you have songs, this will always be my top 10 no matter what for Tory. Like when he plays with the autotune, when he goes in hard, like, you can't touch this song. But that's a C-Sick production right there. You hear his tag.
Do you know the dope, man? I need some more. Do you know the dope, man? I need some more. must have forgot that I'm the plug. I'm the dumb man, I'm the boy. Dumb man, go. Dumb man, go. Dumb man, go. Dumb man, go. I'm a adventure, babe. Bustin' it down and I got it for Benji, babe.
I want to pause this real quick because here's the thing. He's like I said, chasing trends, man. And like I said, at this point though, he was implementing what was something really great and he made it his own thing. He came in. The difference is that the drill music was a banger. Like that was hard. That was like as hard as hip hop ever got. And here's the thing. Like Tory came in and did his thing. This is a transformation. This is what I call growth for an artist. Dopeman Go literally paints that for not only just the new Toronto series, but for Tory when he's on his hard shit. This was really a true evolution. Because don't get me wrong, we all love the Mafia songs. We all love Lord Knows. We all love that. But he was making his stuff more hard and consistent. Getting Seasick and working with him was one of the best decisions he's made. But even that shit got watered down to the point where you hear Why Don't You Love Me from Love Me Now. And this is right here. This is an ultimate like dumpster garbage shit, man. Like, but you'll notice because this is where really he truly blows up. And I'm going fast forwarding it right now, just for the sake that shit got worse.
Yeah.
And this is actually one of the best songs on this project.
All of my wrists, set on my neck. I got a flex, shit on my ex. You not my bitch, you did me wrong. Feel like I can't even call you my ex.
To his defense though, Tory Lanez has been saying "bitch" for a long time. You can go back in his old tapes and he was saying "bitch." So like, that's not him biting flow or biting anything. He's been saying that. He just kind of like just started doing it again because it popped. So like like I said, the dude, well, it goes even deeper than this. Hold on. But I wanted to skip forward just a little bit on the timeline because I wanted to show you how far he pushed himself out of the drill movement. But another thing to keep in mind, like, if y'all really felt like he wasn't chasing trends, then tell me, why the hell has he not collabed with a Chicago native artist yet? Why has he not made a song with her? Why has he not made a song with Bibby? Why has he not made a song with Dirk before he made songs with A Boogie with the Hoogie, a song with Trippie Redd, a song with all these lame ass garbage mainstream artists? Like, thank God I didn't have to hear Lil Pump yet. But you see what I mean? It's like he was on his knees begging for some fucking relevance, man. Like, that's just what I'm saying. It's so fucking fake. And I want to tell this to you. The reason why I'm doing this, honestly, is just because I really want to get on your nerves, y'all. I want to get on all you fake Tory Lanez fans out there. I want to get under your skin. Get under there and boil your asses off to the point where you can't stand me and you're sick of me, because I know y'all not going to turn this off. No matter what, anytime I make a video to critique Tory, you're always there. But when I'm actually vibing out to some of his good music, where are you guys? You're nowhere to be found. You're fake motherfuckers. So you know what? Go ahead, snakes. Enjoy this content. Tory Lanez is fake. He's trendy lames. Feed this to Tory. Tell him to hit me up via IG. I don't give a shit. I don't care what the nigga thinks. If he's got if he's man enough to hit me up in the first place, we'll talk. We'll talk for real. He can call me up. All right? My IG account is AD424650. I'll have it fully in the description link or description box. My apologies. Like, this a wrap. I ain't even tripping, man. But a lot of people out there are, and they want to accuse me of tripping, but you can't tell me I'm tripping when you're just barely hanging on, you know, by a string on a cliff. Like, I'm just standing there looking down at y'all like, you dumb motherfuckers did not see this shit coming. I'm like, what's it called? Where's the story where, not the boy who cried wolf, because that's bullshit, but, the story of where, like, it's just basically that, where someone's actually trying to heed you warnings repeatedly, and you refuse to take it because you don't see an issue right now. Here's the problem. Y'all think I'm talking about the issue Tory Lanez is going through right now. I'm looking at things further ahead than you guys. Okay? You guys are in this perfect bubble situation. Just like before this COVID-19 happened. Y'all motherfuckers feel like, oh, life is cool every day. Like, you think everything is gonna stay the same. And then all of a sudden, boom. Just like how all of a sudden a huge earthquake could happen here in Southern California. Shake the world. Y'all don't understand. Life gets real. So, with that being said, your favorite artist could be dropped out of relevance. Could be dead broke within the next year or so. I don't want to see that for Tory, because I see greater things for him. That's the reason why I do these videos. I'm hard on him for a fucking reason. If you can't understand that, then you need to get the fuck out of here. Otherwise, why are you even being petty? Why are you disliking the video? One, you haven't even got into half of the content that I'm talking about yet. You probably only watched 20 seconds, disliked it, and walked out of here. You're too ignorant. You're too short-sighted to even understand. So let me educate you, if you made it this far. If you, I'll be surprised if you did in the first place. But so anyways, let's go back to the proper timeline that I was doing it. All right, so New Toronto definitely was doing a lot of bangers, man. Another one. Anyways, remember New Toronto 2 was dropped in 2012. Okay? 2012. And y'all can research that shit. I don't have to fucking tell you. I don't have to show you anything. Research it if you don't believe me. This was dropped. Did I say 2012? My apologies. 2017. I got my shit mixed up. So, New Year's of 2017. That's when he dropped New Toronto 2 with Chick State 4. All right, but this was a year after, I want to say, or actually, let me play the song for you guys first. Let me do that.
I can fuck you anywhere. You go bust it down, I fuck you anywhere. Diamond paddocks and Audemars. Bitch, my pieces in for everything. You gon' let me demonstrate. Shawty, I can fuck you anywhere. Diamond paddocks and Audemars. Bitch, my pieces in for everything.
And mind you, I actually like this song, so keep that in mind. I haven't released, I actually have a pre-recorded video of me vibing out to New Toronto 2, and I really enjoyed that tape. It's really one of my favorite projects by Tory, and it's mainly because he incorporated the type of music that I enjoyed the most, and that's drill music, which, by the way, in 2020, guess who I'm bumping? Still bumping Signed to the Streets 1 and 2. I'm still bumping Free Crack 3, Free Crack 2. I'm still bumping Ballin' Like I'm Kobe, okay? Welcome to Phaso Land. Like 300 days, 300 nights. I'm still bumping drill music. That's all I'm basically listening to now, because that's really the organic shit. This is where it first started. And if y'all didn't get the hint when I dropped the her video, that shit was basically a wake-up call to you dumb fake motherfuckers. But that's just basically me saying that, you know, like, Herb kept his shit organic, unlike somebody who doesn't keep their shit organic. Not anymore, at least. They just said, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna eat preservatives, we're gonna eat all this extra junk shit that people be putting in their fucking food instead of eating the real deal thing, you know what I mean? Like, fuck out of here. So, let's go back to Lil Durk. No, not Lil Durk, my apologies, Lil Herb. Alright? Strictly for my fans. This was dropped in 2016. Alright? First track off of this mixtape is Strictly for My Fans intro.
Zero. Yeah, man. I know, and I feel like all my day one fans, supporters, they know that everything that happened with me was fully organic. You know, it wasn't nothing forced. It ain't no fly by night shit. You know what I'm saying? It's meant to be something real, and it's gonna be something real. And a lot of times my fans try to say with music, I want to make them wait, and I try to make them wait. But ain't in the case, I'm trying to really change the world with this shit. You know, the way I drop shit is like a system. It's systematic. You know, I try to get to you, but it's a meaning. It's a meaning behind it, why I give it to you, when I get to you, and what I'm going to get to you next. Look, they say a coward die 1,000 deaths. And every time you try and kill him, why it's always 1,000 left. I heard a real nigga die, come back 1,000 times. Go broke 999, count up 1,000 times.
That was some of the realest shit I've ever heard. This is from a very humble dude. And y'all don't understand, like, what they went through in Chicago was real. You don't hear about shootings or anything like that in Toronto. You don't hear about that being broadcasted on the news. During this time, this era, it was all over CNN, man. I mean, even though CNN really is a untrustworthy news source for me, because they're always gonna put up fake propaganda for like bullshit. But that's for another story, man. I can tell you right now, Herb is genuine. This dude is a genuine brother. Baby's a genuine dude. And you could tell, well, with Baby, for example, he hasn't dropped anything since Free Crack 3, the epilogue. And fans are crazy about his stuff, but he's not going to rush the process. He's going to take it natural. That and the fact that I'm pretty sure he's got I think I saw one of his, like the last thing I've ever heard from him was like a video with him FaceTiming his chick, but he was chilling in a pool, you know, with this brand new crib. Obviously, he's living the life. He probably feels like he doesn't really need to do anything anymore. And at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. Like, I respect that more than someone trying to still put out fake bullshit music about stuff that you still ain't doing no more. Like Tory, talking about that he's still trapping. That's why I don't fuck with Adidas. Talking about he's got snow to fucking sell on a fucking forecast. Get the fuck out of here. That's bullshit. But like, the point is, it's like, you can at least, like, there's smart ways to propaganda your shit, and there's just dumb ways to do it too. And I don't think you guys get that. And there's a reason why Tory gets looked down upon or frowned upon. And, you know, ever since, really, like, I mean, honestly, I feel like with Tory, he just saw the numbers. He saw the numbers of what I Told You did, and it didn't live up to the expectation. So I'm not going to say what Tory said fully was 100% lie. You know, there is a strong possibility that, you know, Benny Blanco, Mad Love, came to him and said, hey, you didn't do enough numbers on I Told You. And that's 100% genuine Tory track. All right? People were talking about 2 songs specifically on that project where he sounded like somebody else, which to me, like, I could see for the first one, but the second one, I feel like it's misunderstood. It's a misconstrued statement. Now, the first song that they talk about where he sounds like somebody, it's on 4 a.m. Flex. Not the first part, the second part.
Just see now hit the road, cause there's way too many police out here to feel like they know. My back windshield broke and the driver's seat soaked from the blood that was previously leaking from his coat. We switch sides while I put this shit to drive at 80 some odd miles. I'm shifting to get a 5. Hoping that the 5 pigs don't see the ride, cause normally I ain't scared. Tonight it's fair eyes. My phone blinging cause my girl at home clinging and unaware of the problem this night on the road bringing. Then I pick up the phone and tell her I'm speeding home as soon as I drop my dog at the emergency room.
I mean, he definitely was, it sounded like he was hopping on some Kendrick Lamar flow there. But when you trying to, like, I guess this is really hard for me to defend. I was really defending him at this point because let me just show you where everyone felt like he sounded like Kendrick Lamar. It's from the song The Art of Peer Pressure off of Good Kid, Mad City. Damn phone.
Basketball shorts with the Gonzalez Park odor. We on the mission for bad bitches in trouble. I hope the universe love you today. Cause the energy we bring is sure to carry away a flock of positive activists and fill their body with hate if it's necessary. Bumping cheesy first album, looking distracted. Speaking language only we know, you think it's an accent. The windows roll down, all I see is a hand passing. Hotboxing like George Foreman, grilling the masses of the working world. We pulled up on a bunch of working girls and asked them what they're working with. Look at me, I got the blunt in my mouth. Usually I'm drug free, but shit, I'm with the homies.
So you could tell with the beat and with just how he's flowing, they do sound similar, but you know, like sometimes you can get inspiration from a type of song and then create something your own way. But like, and I'll show you that with the second example where everyone was calling out Tory on, because everyone said he was trying to sound like Drake. And that's one of my favorite songs by Tory of all time. Loner's Boulevard. And you could just hear it by simply the beat.
You got my rock rolling down Loner's Boulevard. You've got dreams, keep on dreaming.
Now this is where I'm gonna pause and clap at you motherfuckers, because this shit does not sound. Let me explain this real quick. You Tory Lane stands, stay put. I'll get at you bitch ass motherfuckers. But this is gonna go back to something that I really wanted to say a few years back to you piece of shit motherfucking Drake stands that was talking about he's copping Drake's flow. Now everyone's talking about the song Look What You've Done from Take Care, but honestly, can you even say Take Care is a genuine Drake album? I remember when I first heard it, I thought that shit was garbage, because he was doing a lot of mainstream shit, similar to what Tory did with Love Me Now. But eventually, as I listened to Take Care, I definitely, like, a few songs definitely grew on me here and there, but for the most part, it was like 80% The Weeknd's work. So it didn't even really felt like Drake was putting in as much work, which, by the way, he did a full 180 and delivered the best project he's ever dropped, in my opinion. Nothing was the same. Simple as that. That is true, definite Drake. That was Drake evolving. Man, that honestly, that's peak Drake. If you disagree, then you can disagree. But that's peak Drake. That was Drake at his best. Simple as that. Mainstream wise, like, that was the best you was gonna get out of Drake, and that was phenomenal. Like, I know how y'all feel about So Far Gone, but that's like, that was the best shit you was gonna get out of Drake, man. Like, that was, honestly, that's the best work he's put up, man. Like, and there's times where artists can evolve for the better and for the worse, but you can't be blind to the negatives. You can't. You have to keep it real, and that's just what I'm gonna be, and that's what I focus on most of the time. So I can see why people think I'm bitter, or that, you know, they think I'm hating, but I'm not hating. I'm focusing on the fact that Tory needs to cut off. That's why I emphasize that as much. And the Vibe Out Sesh videos that I do, especially on Tory's previous projects, that's where I truly elaborate. And you'll notice I'm having fun with his music. This dude was made to be a wild animal. Have you ever seen a lone wolf? Like, have you ever seen a wolf, like just a baby wolf, first starts to finally get adapt to the nature and, you know, the wildlife, and then suddenly was captured and was placed in a zoo habitat place where, like, everything was like, he had food was naturally given to him, everything kind of like was just like, I don't know, I want to say condense. And then next thing you know, like, they set this wolf out, you know, into the wildlife as a full-grown, you know, adult. And this wolf is struggling with trying to figure out how to get its stomping grounds on you. So, this is basically Tory right now. Tory, in my opinion, when he was at his best, he had that lone wolf mentality. And he kept his circle very close. And he always focused hard and believed in himself. This song, you cannot tell me this is a genuine 100% Tory Lanez song. People want to, look, as far as the comparison to Look What You've Done, the production was at a higher, all they did was put it at a, they probably chopped it at a different time rate. And then they hired, like they moved the octave to a higher note. That's where all the comparison ends. From that point on, Tory makes this his own song. This is his own vision. It's basically like, how can I put it? It's like Drake and Tory building their own sports car. But Drake built himself a Charger and Tory built himself a Ford Mustang. Okay? Two different cars. They're sports cars, but they're different in their own ways. So that's different. Tory of now, for example, Temperature Rising, it's like Chris Brown got a black Camaro. Tory got himself a gray Camaro. You got yourself the same car as he did, just in a different color paint. Or you could say he had a black Camaro, except he had red rims instead of black rims like Chris Brown did. You know, at the same time, like, you still got a similar looking car. All right? So it's a huge difference between getting inspiration for something and then putting in your own, putting your soul, your spirit into it. That's what Loners Boulevard did here compared to Look What You've Done. This is different. What he did here was completely different from what he's doing right now, which is basically making a banger, or basically replicating Chris Brown on a typical banger that you would hear Chris Brown on. Like, I can close my eyes, listen to Temperature Rising, and immediately figured that this song was for Chris Brown, like 100%. And Tory just came in and he stole that shit from him. All right? A thief. That's why I call him Trendy LAMEZ. Trendy LAMEZ. But yeah, that's really where the fall first started, y'all. If you're following me, it's right. New Toronto, Chicks Tape 4. Chicks Tape 4, in my opinion, was better than 3, but it still doesn't top 2 for the sake that it just wasn't as versatile. Like, the production was different. Imagine you're hearing Ride.
Then I'm through, girl. 'Cause if love can't bring us closer, then I'm screwed, girl. I'll be screwed. They begging you to
And here, Girl Is Mine.
look on your face and you're a good girl. Have some fun with it. All my hookers, you don't want
Then you hear all that.
the sweet. I'ma take your body, shorty. All I gotta say is, you know I should make her.
Like, this is the same type of thing he implemented in Lost Cause. This dude puts a lot of reverbs, keeps his percussions to a minimum. He's got the kick, he's got the snare coming in. Like, do you feel that?
You know I should make her.
This is a slow jam song by Tory, okay?
I'm feeling your vibe whenever you roll with me.
Then you get Crew. Crew comes in next. And listen to it. This is hot. This is popping.
I know summertime down south girls wear white tees. I'm a New York upstate girls in the Nikes. But all my T.O. girls, you know I got you. And they lie if they ever say not the truth. I only wanna make you mine. And take it slow and take my time. So this one here is just for you. I'm slide about that shadow. Me and my crew.
Girl, see you swinging that funk in the club.
And that's fine. This is how he's saying in Chick State 4 too. Don't get me wrong. But like, he keeps it short and simple. He doesn't push it. No extra bullshit. Not that. No, none of that shit. Oh man, I haven't seen my pops in a while, but that's how he would make fun of people. Oh man. Then you get something. Right? And Crew was like one of those concert songs where he's like shouting out all the girls from B-More, from T.O., from the West Coast, from Chicago. Like, that's dope. All 90s influence.
It ain't no money, still made this shit. Rock the mills and drink up in the mirror to your dance song. Gonna take a picture, shout it, get your Instagram on. I'm so
Alright, then you get TLC.
but ain't get no love, and I made a decision.
Which he tries to replicate again with Say My Name, but it just didn't hit as hard as TLC did. And I'll show you. Let's check it out. Check it out. Unlike Say My Name, look what this song does. Like, they really pull the most out of their production, man. I definitely got that. One of my favorite songs from Chick State 5 is Love Your Girl / Love Sounds. The Dream wasn't too bad, but for the most part, they definitely pulled out too much on Love Your Girl. Like, that was a little too extra for me. But then they made the transition jump into Love Sounds, and that was dope. I like that. That's definitely one of my favorites on there. Like, one of the best productions on that tape. Then you got Rain. Do you feel this? It's nothing but the sample being played backwards with the 808s. That's it. And then with the pianos at times coming in. Right here. Then my favorite song on this project, Something Part 2. And then the most underrated song of all time, bro, Unity. Once again, like, that's it. He had to mix. Like, he gave you some bangers, but then he had some slow jams where he just let the sample chill with the 808s or something like that. Here's the thing, he stopped doing that on Chick Tape 3, 4. Nothing but just pure everything. Every track was a banger. Don't get me wrong, that's cool, but sometimes that can get a little too much. Like, have some shit that slows down and chill for a little bit, you know what I mean? Which is why I respect Set It Off / Better, because Better comes in and it does that. Tory needs to bring that R&B back. That's all I gotta say. But obviously I don't need to tell you where he starts kind of like faking that shit and Memories Don't Die and Love Me Now, but that's basically it. Catch y'all around. I gotta go right now.